Good morning, if you're not joining me live, or good afternoon, whatever time of day you do this. Just taking a moment just as we go live. So good morning. It's where's the summer gone? It's so rainy, but our gardens need it, don't they? So it's all good. It's all about balance, isn't it? So tonight is a full moon. I don't know if you follow the cycles of the moon. I don't know if we'll get to see it tonight. But in honor of that, so in yoga we have the sun salutations, which are the really dynamic flows. And we also have moon salutations, which I quite love because it's like you're moving through water. It's a really fluid little flow. So I thought we'd have a little go at a kneeling one today. If you've got sensitive knees or if you're on a hard floor, then I recommend grabbing something to put under your knees because there's quite a bit of kneeling. And we're going to start in a child pose. If you can, take the knees wide, bring the big toes together and bring your hips down and see if you can bring your chest, your forehead towards the ground. If this is awful for you, I know not everybody likes it, you could lift the hips up and just sink the chest down that way. So just finding a shape just for yourself to arrive, where you can be comfortable and where you can let the head be supported. So whether the head reaches the ground or whether you bring your hands underneath your forehead just to lift, just to support your head really. And wherever you choose to come to, can you let something soften? Can you relax into your shoulders and let go just a little bit through the hips if they're feeling tight? And soften your tummy and relax into the lower back. And see if you can just take a few breaths here. And then keeping the head low, just stretch the arms out, have a reach through one hand, a reach through the other, a bit of a wriggle through the spine. And then plant your hands, push through your knees and come up to hands and knees. We'll step the knees underneath the hips, feet are behind the knees. And we'll take a few rounds of cat-cow. So wrists are underneath the shoulders. So we drop the belly to look forwards with an inhale, sticking the bum up, sticking the head up. And as you exhale, drawing the tummy up, pushing away from the ground. So push your shins into the ground, your hands, round away as much as you can. And then inhaling to look forwards, dropping the belly down. So this slow, rhythmical movement. Bringing this space between each vertebrae. And if you can, if you feel comfortable too, closing your eyes just to sense this movement. Lovely one to do first thing in the morning. You've been all curled up in your beds. A little bit stiff and clunky, it just starts to unwind. Okay, so we're going to take this more into a flow. So as we inhale, we look forwards. As you exhale, you're going to send your hips towards your heels. Maybe you stretch the arms, maybe the forearms kiss the ground, and then we bring our chest forwards and up. Big circular movement. So exhale to round it down, hips towards the heels. Forearms might kiss the ground and then scooch your heart forwards and up. So just taking a few rounds, just making the movement bigger, getting the hips involved, stretching out the arms, just having a good old wake up. So just take another one of those. And next time you come down towards your heels, just pausing there. We'll walk the hands underneath the shoulders, tuck your chin and then slowly roll up to kneeling, and we're going to come all the way up to high kneeling. Okay, so we just start a little bit more of a flow. So we're going to take the arms up with your inhale, and as you exhale, stick the bum back and just reach it back just a little bit. So just waking up the legs as well. So inhale, lift and lengthen, and exhale, just kind of hovering the bum back. Take that another 2 times. So really rooting down through your shins, through the tops of your feet. Okay, now I'm going to take it a little bit deeper. So as you take it back, can you bring the chest down towards the ground? If that's too much for your back, then keep it high. And we inhale, push through the shins, bringing it up. So just making it your practice. Welcoming the movement into the body, opening up the chest as you lift, and exhaling, curling it in. Do that one more time. And as you come down, this next time I'm going to reach the hands out in front of you into that extended child pose. Lift it up to hands and knees, and we're going to lower our body down to the ground. This first one will roll it forwards. So root down through your shins and start to drop your hips forwards. See if you can lower the thighs, hug the elbows in, lower the hips, the tummy, the chest, all the way down to the ground. The hands are underneath the ribs, by the side of the ribs, sorry. Roll your shoulders back, elbows are lifted, push through your feet and inhale into a little cobra, little back bend, not high. And exhale, lower it down when you're ready. Just take that one more time. Push through the feet with your inhale, lifting up, lengthen through the crown of your head. And exhale, lowering it down. Push through your hands, your knees, lift yourself up to tabletop. And you can take a cat-cow here or join me in a downward facing dog, so lifting the bum up. And if you come into the downward dog, just bring some movement into the legs. If you're in cat-cow, just finding that spinal movement again. If you're in downward dog, maybe just bring a little bit of weight into the heels and send your bum back a little bit more. So knees are nice and soft. Okay, and then coming up onto your toes, bring it forwards and we'll all meet hands and knees. Walk the hands in towards your body and lift it up into that high kneeling pose. So palms are facing in towards each other. And we start that again. So exhale, lower it down, either hovering or down to the ground. And inhaling to lift. Exhaling to lower. Let's take that another 2 times. And as you come down this time, see if you can keep the arms out in front, all the way down to your child pose. Sink it down for a breath. And reach the arms out, to the hands as wide as your mat. Spread your fingers, lifting it up, hands and knees. Maybe just walk your hands forward just a touch, so you've got a bit more space. And you can take that roll down through the body again to come onto the tummy. Or maybe this time, if you feel okay in your back, push down through your shins. Bring your chest forwards and see if you can lower the chest and chin between the hands. So the elbows are going to hug up, the bum sticks up. And once you find that shape, slide it onto your tummy. So we find our little cobra again. So push down through the tops of the feet. Roll your shoulders back. Elbows are hugging into the side of the body. They're lifted off the ground. And we inhale into our cobra. Maybe this time we hold it up. If your back doesn't like it, you can come in and out of the pose. But if you're holding it up, push through the tops of your feet. See if you can engage your leg muscles. Give your bum a squeeze because that's going to support your lower back. See if you can broaden across your chest. Lift up through the crown of your head. And then breathe. And with your next exhale, lower it down. Lifting it up, hands and knees, and your choice, so cat-cow again, or downward dog. If you take the downward dog option, take your feet a little bit wider than normal, take your hands a little bit wider than normal. See if you can turn the toes out a little bit, the heels in. Maybe just turn the hands out a touch as well. And just find a little bit of movement in this shape that feels nice. You can bend the knees, you can sway. Make it your own shape. If you're in cat-cow, maybe taking a little bit of free spirit into it and just exploring the shape. So just staying wherever you are, just for a couple more breaths. Maybe shake the head a little bit loose. And if you're in downward dog, come right up onto your tiptoes, bring your weight forwards, lower the knees down to the ground. untuck the toes, and everybody sinking it back into a child pose. Just remembering, if you don't like child pose, bringing it forwards, keep the hips lifted. But just relaxing into the shape, whatever that means to you, wherever you can bring some comfort. Let your breath settle. Let your body soften. See if you can feel the breath from the inside of your body. Where do you notice your body moving with your breath? Taking another couple of breaths. And when you're ready, we walk the hands in towards the body. Come off of those knees. Find a little seat. And bring your hands together in prayer. So notice how you feel. Take something positive into your day. And we bow the head to the hands, the mind to the body. Namaste. Thank you so very much. I wish you a lovely day. If you would like to join me tonight, I'm working with the divine Gemma of Calm Space for Gemma. We have a very lush evening of yoga and mindfulness relaxation. So all the details are on our Facebook page, so take a look. And I hope to see you soon. Have a lovely day. Thank you.